next.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to pull a card out. All the cards are pretty much the same. We've got two different types of switches in these cards. One for the SCM cards, and there's another one for the management cards, but I'll explain those later. So what we want to do first, make sure you're grounded in the chassis. We'll loosen up the screws so we can pull the card out. Two screws, top and bottom. Now what we want to do is make sure that once we have the screws loose, there's two micro switches on these devices here. And they're usually right in front of the corner after the first part. So as you can see, when I push down, you'll see the light blinking blue. When you pull that out, that allows you to pull it out and put the card into standby. Once the card goes to standby, the blue light will be lit solid, and we can pull the card out. May take a little. It's getting close. What it's doing is putting this card in the primary card.
Coming up.
Yeah. So this one has to come up. There we go. Okay. Once the blue light is lit, we can then proceed, make sure our screws are all the way out. We can then proceed to pull the card out. We'll pull the card out by using the levers on the switch, pull them out, and once they're out away from the back plane of the carrier card, we can then proceed to pull them out like such. To pull the card out completely, slide it out of its rails. And here's what's connected in the back. When you go to plug the card back in, what you're going to want to do is make sure that this rail of the card fits in the slot of the groove inside here. There's a little rail that's, make sure that the cards are slid into the slots. So the way to do that, once you find the little slot there, you just finagle it so that the card is loose, and you can slide it into the appropriate location. Once you get to this point here, use your fingers to slide and push the card in so that the card is in snug with the chassis. Making sure that you do not actually push the toggle micro switch all the way in to have it turn up. So once you're ready to turn the card in, let's put our screws in so the card is snugly into the chassis. And essentially you want the screws to be finger tight, so if you don't have a screwdriver you can actually pull them out. We're just making sure that the card just can't slide out from vibration. And once the card is ready to go back into the active mode, you can push both switches into the card, actually power the card on. As you notice, the card's got power and will only have the green light come on. If your other card is in the active state, these other switches will not come on until it becomes the master. Okay, I can show you how to do the other cards. Other cards are just a little bit different in the fact they got a different type of switch in it, but we'll go about the same way. Alright, so what I'm going to do is show you how to pull out the other types of cards, other blade cards that have a different type of micro switch on them than versus the micro switch on this card. Once again, make sure your cards screws are loose so that when you disable and disengage the back plane connections, the card will come out of the chassis. Pulling out the management cards, these are the 4300 cards where it may go in all these different slots. They have a different type of controller mechanism to pull the cards out. But once again, we'll do the same thing as we did before. We'll loosen the screws, make sure that we can pull the cards out. And once again, we'll put the card into a standby mode so that we can pull the card out and not have it affect the chassis. So what we'll do is we'll lift this little button here and pull the card out partially. That disengages the electronics and tells it to start going into standby. In the meantime, I can do the same out here. I can sort of prep it. Once this card goes into standby, the blue light will be lit solid. And we can then take the card out and service it as necessary. So at this point, we're ready to take the card out. I will pull and hold this button like this one like this, and we'll pull them out to pull the card out of the back plane. At that point, we're then ready to pull the card out, slide it out of the chassis, holding the card at the bottom to make it easier. And as you can see, these are the connections that we engage with. And once again, the card has a slider that's a guide inside the point here and how it slides it back into the connection. So we'll just reverse the process. Make sure that the card is perpendicular with the slot, and the slide, once again, is lined up front and top. Make sure that our connections are out. And as you'll notice, as I'm pushing it in, these buttons will slide down to a certain point. We want to push the card in all the way. Make sure that it's engaged completely. Let's make sure the cards are set all the way in. Once again, finger tight, just enough to keep the card snug so it won't come up from vibrations. And then if we're ready to engage the card, this micro switch is what engages the card electronically. We then push it in. The electronics will talk to this card, master card over here. Blue light starts flashing. And when the blue light goes out, it is connected and talking to the master control card.